Welcome to the Lightning Rod channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Today, we're going to talk about the Hans Niemann chess scandal. For those of you who don't know, Hans Niemann was a German chess player who was accused of cheating in a tournament against Magnus Carlsen, the world's best chess player and current world champion. There's a lot of controversy surrounding the allegations, resulting in Niemann's recent ban from playing online chess tournaments. However, many people believe that Niemann is innocent and that he's a victim of a witch hunt. Today, we'll be going over the allegations against Niemann and diving into whether or not he actually cheated. One of chess's main regulating organizations, chess.com, has created some of the game's most cutting-edge anti-cheating detection methods. In order to shed light on the recent issue, the organization produced a 72-page study detailing the evidence against 19-year-old grandmaster Hans Niemann in his online chess matches and an examination of his over-the-board games. Background: since Magnus Carlsen withdrew from the 2022 Sinkfield Cup following his round 3 loss to Hans Niemann, the chess world has been in chaos. The world champion's tweet at the time indicated a suspicion of cheating, but he didn't confirm anything out of fear for being misinterpreted. Later, he released a statement that included the following message: "I believe that Niemann has cheated more and more recently than he has publicly admitted." A vital part of Hans Niemann's final statement on the matter was an interview he gave in St. Louis, Missouri, when he admitted to cheating online but denied cheating over the board. Unlike online chess, it's much harder to cheat in over the board or in-person chess tournaments due to stringent security measures, including metal detectors, referees, and mandatory crowd silence. After the St. Louis event, he lashed out at chess.com, implying that Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru Nakamura exerted pressure that led to his exclusion from the $1 million chess.com Global Championship. In a short response, chess.com said, "We've shared detailed evidence with Hans concerning our decision, including information that contradicts his statements regarding the amount and seriousness of his cheating on chess.com. Hans decided to remain silent." Where does the report end, and what does it say? There's extensive evidence that Hans likely cheated online much more than his public statement suggests, which is one of the bombshells and is in accordance with Magnus Carlsen's opinion. As he has said before, "Other than when I was 12 years old, I've never, ever, and I would never do that. That's the worst thing that I could ever do, cheat in a tournament with prize money." In addition to this, he asserted that when he was 16 years old, he cheated in a variety of games in order to improve his rating, but that he never cheated while streaming. According to the findings of the investigation, Hans has likely cheated in more than 100 online chess games, including many prize money tournaments. When he probably cheated in these games and matches, he was already 17 years old at the time. In 25 of the contests, he was also live streaming. When Chess.com's chief commercial officer Danny Wrench spoke privately with Niemann in 2020, the young player admitted to committing these violations. How come Hans Niemann was kicked out of the global championship on Chess.com? There was a $200,000 prize at stake, and Hans Niemann had been asked to play in the last round of the Chess.com Global Championship. Hans was invited to participate in the Sinkfield Cup until Magnus Carlsen withdrew, but he was still awarded the $5,000 he would have played but lost the match. Regarding the cancellation of the invitation, Hans expressed his thoughts. "This is absolutely ridiculous, and they've only done this because of what Magnus has said, what Hikaru says, and the entire social media and chess world is completely attacking me and undermining me." Chess.com notes that, in light of recent events, they chose to reverse their earlier decision to allow Hans to play despite the cheating allegations, while they insist that neither Magnus Carlsen nor Hikaru Nakamura had any direct effect on the decision. Is it true that Niemann has cheated at over-the-board events? According to the study, Hans is the fastest rising top player in classical OTB chess in modern history. An organization used statistical research to look for outliers in his 2-year rating rise compared to those of other chess prodigies. Although Chess.com couldn't find any, this might be because it didn't have access to the same level of data that it usually uses in online game analysis, especially the amount of time between each player's movements. The study acknowledged, while we cannot definitively prove that Hans's rise in strength is entirely natural, we've also found no indications in the game data to suggest otherwise, saying there's nothing in our statistical investigation to raise any red flags regarding Hans's over-the-board play and rise. Some remarkable overperformances have been flagged for human examination. When playing against Magnus Carlsen, did Hans Niemann use any unfair tactics? There's no direct evidence that proves Hans cheated at the September 4th, 2022 game with Magnus, or proves that he's cheated in other OTB games in the past, the study states. Carlsen had made several odd observations during the game, including the fact that Niemann appeared to play without much effort when his prior opponents required a lot of work and concentrated on performing well. Furthermore, Niemann gave post-game comments in which he seemed to lack a firm grasp of the game's strategic context. However, Chess.com stated, "We're currently unaware of any evidence that Hans cheated in this game, and we don't advocate for any conclusions regarding cheating being made based on this one encounter." Cheating is commonplace in the digital age. Some of the more fascinating parts of the study address internet cheating in general, while others focus on Hans's alleged online cheating, which is consistent with what he admitted to. According to Chess.com, fewer than 0.14% of players cheat, although the website also claims to have captured hundreds of titled players and that 4 top 100 grandmasters have admitted to cheating. The report provides information such as the precise fight rating at the time strong players were discovered, narrowing the pool of potential suspects significantly. For example, only a few of the players have been rated exactly 2,686 around the period in issue. One top 100 player's whole email conversation was revealed, which allowed internet sleuths to identify the person. In the email that serves as Exhibit C for the case, Chess.com expresses their commitment to maintaining the privacy of the discussion. They succeeded in coercing a confession out of him. Is Niemann's near-perfect game percentage higher than average? The chess community has done a lot of amateur statistical research on Niemann's games over the last month. According to one of the most important findings, Niemann's game results closely match those of computer programs. Chess.com said they've concluded that the methodology and the underlying tools used in those analyses don't meet our standard. The technology used was not designed to catch cheaters. An answer from Niemann to the accusations. Wednesday, after he won the first round of the United States Chess Championships against Christopher Yu, who was just 15 years old, he commented on the topic without admitting any wrongdoing. He said, "I think this game spoke for itself and showed the chess player that I am. It also showed that I'm not going to back down, and I'm going to play my best chess here, regardless of the pressure that I'm under."